What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is another AFK journey video and we're going to be talking about Alpha Bear in this video. Obviously this is the second world boss that has unlocked, but they seem to share the same duration as the first boss. So I assume that the world bosses are reset every 2 weeks and then we get a fresh hit against all of them. Obviously once you've killed the first one, next one unlocks. I'm sure there'll be another world boss at some point that we keep progressing through. This one is not going to be killed in time of this, I can assure you. It's not going to be killed before this ends. I wonder if there's any servers that haven't unlocked or haven't killed the first world boss yet. I know some of the newer ones. In fact, if you're on one of the newer servers, can you let me know if this is like a whole server-wide duration, or is it set to each server? That would be interesting. This is the team that I'm currently using. I did attack yesterday. I should see an improvement on my score this time because I'm a little bit of a higher level. We've got 4 in here who is at 220. I'm using him with Valor, Smokey, Marilee, and Corin. Unfortunately, Corin isn't quite Mythic Plus yet. He's not Mythic yet. He's still Legendary Plus. I'm looking forward to when I can get it to him. We're going to run a couple of teams. Obviously, we're limited to three attempts per day for our rewards. So I'm going to try a couple of different teams just to see what we can sort of score. I will be using Star Shard Spell, of course. So we'll set this first team off. We do have the bonus here, the faction bonus, 10% of attack and health. Let's have a little look at what this team can score. The battles aren't too long. We should also talk about the mechanics as well of the Primal Lord, because the honey that he throws around your allies starts to deal some seriously nasty damage, and we'll talk about that after this battle occurs, because you'll be able to see it in action, and then we can have a little chat about it as well. But Corin here, I really do want to get him up to Mythic Plus because he'll start doing a lot more damage. He's also a very good support for our allies with that shield. You can see the shield popping in here just to give him that bit of extra protection, maybe give him that little bit of extra life. Smokey actually dealing some damage as well. Marilee lasts here till the end thanks to her dispersion or where she's jumping around. So does Valor. That's why I like to use Valor and Marilee together, because they seem to jump around the map and they take less damage. So you can see here that Marilee did 386. Oh, look at Smokey here. Just under 3.6 million because of his ring of damage that he does. Corin doing 1.6, Valor doing 1.6, and Forearm doing 2 million. So that was rank 12, 14.4 million damage, and we get 157 essence, 20k gold, 4,600. Wait, that's more than 4,600, isn't it? It's a lot more than 4,600. The K confuses me, okay? It confuses me. Is that for like 46 million or something? And then one useless equipment chest of level 150 equipment. So let's have a look at exactly what the boss is doing. And I'll be honest, I don't quite understand it myself. Exactly what he is doing. So let's have a look at him. Alpha Bear, other warrior, physical, 20 range, ruler of the Hornleaf Bear tribe, known for insatiable love for honey, proficient in enchanting honey to drench enemies and summoning swarms to consume them. His ultimate summons a swarm to attack the enemy covered in honey. When all enemies are marked, the power of the swarm will be enhanced. Okay, so that's exactly what happens. So when everyone's marked, that's when the honey goes crazy. The swarm deals some seriously nasty damage. Initially it does 80% damage per second to each enemy covered in honey for 3 seconds. When all enemy heroes are marked with honey, a mega swarm is summoned, dealing 250% damage per second till the end of the battle. His basic here throws honey at an enemy hit. What is the timer on this? The healing received by the marked enemy is reduced by 80% and cannot be dispelled. Pours honey on himself. To mark the enemies in adjacent tiles. If there are no enemies nearby, a powerful earthquake will be unleashed. Okay. So we've got melee heroes that are going to be getting marked a bit easier. Throw enemies, honey at enemies in adjacent tiles, dealing 50% damage to marking them. Smashes the ground when there are no enemies in adjacent tiles, dealing 400% damage to all enemies. And the final one here, makes and pulls are terrible to deal damage to all enemies in its path. 120% to all enemies in its path. So it is really, you're not going to heal through it. Okay, you're not going to heal through it. And in fact, healing feels a little bit useless here, right? It feels like you just need to throw your damage at the boss. But Smokey being Smokey and that Mythic Plus doing good damage, definitely worth having him there. And I do feel like the shield from Corin is helping. But we're going to bring out Cora in a moment. And we're going to throw in, no, it's not full because I'm removing you. We're going to bring in Rainier. Okay, we're going to get that increased damage. It's going to stack this one. See what kind of damage will be done. But Rainier doesn't do much damage himself. So it'll be interesting to see. And then after that, we're probably going to take out Rainier, bring in Sia. And Odie isn't going to do much here at all. Odie isn't going to do much here at all, in my opinion. Mr. World Boss, he's not going to trigger a instant kill either. So let's see what this damage can do. And Smokey was up with Marilee last time, don't forget. And Corin did match with Valor. And what did we get? 14.4 million, was it? I think it was 14.4 million. We've got a high score already. How many? 3 allies are marked with honey. Rainier's about to die. Rainier's about to die. Oh, the heal. Oh, the heal doesn't come in clutch. But Marilee doesn't get marked until the very end. We did do a tiny bit more damage there with Rainier in the team. That's because we're boosting the damage of a certain hero, being Marilee. Smokey still doing 3.9. Valor still doing just under 1.6. Foran doing 2.3. But this damage by Smokey is huge, to be honest. I wonder how the Coco team would do here, but I don't feel like it's going to be that beneficial. I want to throw in Sia. We are going to lose our faction buff. It'd be worth removing Valor. You know what? Let's remove Valor and put Rainier in again. With Sia here and just see what the damage can be done. The thing is that Valor isn't doing any more than Corin, and Corin isn't even Mythic Plus. And he's providing a shield to Corin. Probably a better placement than Valor. Or would he be any good? Would Kruger be any use? Maybe for that quick. Alright, we're going to bring in Sia and hope maybe her pet can do quite a bit of damage as well up close to the bear. We've still got the faction buff thanks to Foran, Sia, and Rainier. Marilee is still going to be doing the most of our damage. We know this. And Smokey's doing too much anyway. Smokey's doing too much for our team anyway. But you can see that the honey is spreading. It's not on Sia yet. It's not on Marilee or Smokey. Once that lands on Smokey, that's when we're going to start taking a ton of damage. We seem to be behind in damage. Here comes Smokey's. So we should get a big boost to damage now from that. And now we're covered in honey. Covered in honey. Yeah, okay, so it's less. It is less. Not much at all, though. Not much at all. Like, it's nothing to really even mention. If anyone's got, like, the perfect sort of team you should use against it, like, let me know. I mean, like, Rainier doing 600. Sia, again, pretty much the same, yeah? Pretty much like Valor. Foran doing 2.4. Smokey doing 2.6. Marilee doing a very, very nice 4.3. But I think Smokey's the biggest here, right? But there's... I think if Corin was Mythic Plus, that would change it a lot. I'd just go Marilee, Corin, Smokey, Foran, and Rainier, and sort of be done with it. The other big hitters on this server is Xenahort at 19, Maya at 18.6, Finch at 18.2, Arthur at 17.9, and Neander at 17.5. I will give Dallas Spartan a mention as well, and Aphelios 17, 16.3, Demon Lord 16.2, Dickens 15.6, and Lysandra at 15.3. So that's the top 10. But I know that, like, these top ones here are way ahead of me in resonance. So I'm actually glad I'm not too far behind. We'll just see how it progresses. It's not going to be killed this time. It will be killed on the next one, because you've got to remember, guys, is that everyone's increasing all the time. So the first world boss will die much faster next time for all of you. So I'll see all of you in the next video. That is Alpha Bear being covered. Have a fantastic day, even wherever you are. Goodbye.